give me your email. I'll send you over there. You know. Woo! What's going on, everybody? I'm James Brush. We're gonna have another lesson today. It's probably a pretty quick one today, but before you really get in, check out the description. There's some stuff down there, some links. Now, for today's lesson, ditch the pick. This thing, get rid of it. That's not what we're talking about today.
No picks.
Your right hand might be the most neglected weapon in your guitar arsenal. I mean, guitarists spend years training their left hands to do all kinds of mighty works and feats of great dexterity, but only spend like marginal amounts of time developing the other hand that we've got available. The irony in this is that the vast majority of guitarists are right-handed. So why is your left hand outperforming your right? That's the question I have for you today. Why does your right hand have to be married to a piece of plastic that is constantly being lost? Maybe you've noticed the fingerstyle guitar trend that's been going around on video platforms lately. We've seen a surge in guitarists showing off all kinds of skills with both hands, and sometimes your right hand is even playing more complicated things than your left hand. Well, I want to help you get there, and that's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to take your 5 points of contact and turn that into a billion. A million billion contacts. All kinds of contacts. Actually, it's just, what is it? What, it's like 9? No. 8 points of contact. We've got 4 on the fretboard, 4 on the fingers, on the strings down here. We're gonna walk through the basics of training your right hand to be your faithful companion to your left hand, to be that equally skilled dance partner that your left hand has been frankly dreaming of. By the end of this video, my hope is that you will be successfully introduced to the world of pickless guitar playing, and that we will have sufficient understanding for any upcoming videos where we go a bit more in depth. Now, before we start, I want to issue a warning to you, and here it is. Everything in life that's good comes with some element of difficulty. A lot of you already know this. I'm just reminding you. The guitar is not an exception to that rule, and in particular, the right hand. So here's my initial challenge to you. Don't give up. When you encounter that first area where your hand feels awkward, it's not working quite right, don't give up. Remember, it's actually supposed to be difficult at first. It's not abnormal. And I remember those early days when I was learning to play a D chord. For some reason, a D chord gave me all kinds of trouble. Now it's one of my favorite chords. I do all kinds of licks with it. So don't give up. Give your brain some time to lock in these movements. You're building muscle memory. Every repetition, you're building muscle memory. And you'll have that skill for life once you learn it, okay? Once that muscle memory is locked in, it's locked in for good. All right? Okay, let's get started. All right, let's start by placing your hand approximately where you would strum the guitar. Take your right hand, put it where you'd strum. Kind of self-explanatory there. And we're going to pluck our way through a series of chords. Listen closely, you might be able to recognize those chords. But I wanted to let you know you can download a free PDF of the chord chart and tab for this exercise. There's a link in the description. Click that and get that PDF and come on back. We'll finish this up together. It's completely free, so don't worry about money. Okay, let's start with a C chord. And we'll work our way to the end. Did you recognize it? I think you might have. It's canon in D. If you didn't recognize it, I suggest you get some culture in your life. But yeah, it's a very popular song. It's called canon in D, but actually we're playing it in C because it's actually a little bit easier to play. It feels better on your hands, and it works better for this exercise. So, I played that a little fast, but it's very simple. Breaking it down, we start with our thumb and we just pluck our way through. Very simple. And you just change chord and do it over again. Very simple. It's a good way to get started, good way to get your hands, comfortable with the strings. Just as a side note, I play with my fingernails grown out. You don't have to do that. Lots of people don't. It's kind of gross. But you can do that if you'd like. It takes a little bit while to grow it out. And if you want to be extra gross, you can get some acrylic nails. Never done it, but I'm not above that, so do it if you want. Now let's add a twist, okay? Let's utilize more than just the 4 fingers in sequential order. That's kind of what a pick can do already. We're gonna add a melody on top with the 3rd finger. Let's take a listen. You've got it in your PDF if you've downloaded it, and you can look at the tabs there. But yeah, let's hear it. Now it's time for the looking forward part of our lesson, and this is where I'm going to take it a step further, maybe further than you can get today, and show you with practice and added techniques where you can get. And we're going to use that canon in D or canon in C and show you a little bit further where you can go with this. Okay, listen, I'm very confident you can achieve what I just played quicker than you think. Like any difficult thing, this task might seem insurmountable at first, but like the old saying goes, a journey of 1,000 miles starts with a single step. Take one step, then another, and concentrate on what you're doing at that point in time. And don't think about it all, everything that's to come. One step at a time, and you'll get there sooner than you think. Well, I hope you found this lesson helpful. If you got any questions at all or comments you'd like to make, drop down to the comment section, leave those down there. I'll try to get to as many as I can. And before you go, I'd like to let you know of a free webinar I've got. In the description box, there's a link to that. Listen, if you are a beginner, an intermediate level, or advanced player, I do think this webinar can help you take your skills to the next level. And it's because it's about a framework, a mindset. It's not about your skills, it's about how you approach practice. So, if you're curious about that, click the link, and I'll see you over there. Have a great week.